welcome to another interview here at Evertiq Expo Gothenburg 2025. This time I'm joined by Stefan Theil from Factronix. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
You were just recently up on stage talking about reclaimed components, and I started thinking about something because you said that you utilize an automated process. And what are the main technical difficulties in scaling operations surrounding component reclaim, especially when you want to automate this process? Because I mean, every board is different to the next one.
That's a really good question. Thank you for that. You're totally right. Every board is different. And what we're going to do is we always need to find a workaround for that. Of course, we do work with work instructions then. But first of all, we need a sample board. We're checking this sample board, and then we need to find a best way through. It also does matter if the customer would like to have this board back or if it's a scrap board. If it's a scrap board, for us, life, it's easy. When the customer wants to have the board back, we need to be really careful, and then we work with work instructions, and then based on the amount of the boards, how many boards the customer is sending us, this works out pretty well.
Roughly how many components do you reclaim on a yearly basis?
Oh, a few hundred thousands, up to maybe 1 million. It depends a little bit, of course. If we have a component shortage crisis, this goes up on a really high level. But per year, a few 100,000, yeah. Roughly this much.
Speaking about, like you said now, component crisis, where everyone is looking for components, how do you guys guarantee reliability and operability of reclaimed components for sectors that have high security standards and requirements, for instance?
Yeah, that's our main customers, right? So our main customers are in the military industry, aerospace industry, everything which is flying around, and they do count on highest quality statements, meaning we not only take care of the solder of the component itself, we also can test the components. And testing as a package, soldering and testing, that makes the complete part of that.
But looking at this from like a business model standpoint, how do you convince customers to adopt reclaimed components as opposed to new ones? Because even if sustainability is gaining traction within the industry, this kind of sounds like secondhand components. It doesn't have a nice ring to it.
Yeah, it's always a hard word, second-hand component. My goal is not to convince the customer. Very often the customers must use us.
Yeah.
Because they have no other option. When they do have obsolescence problems, then they see us as a really good option, as the solution to go on the market again. Price-wise, there's always a plus and a minus on that. And as I said before during my presentation, it makes no sense when you can get a new component, for example, 100 euro, and I'm charging for that 120. Makes no sense. Of course, we always try to find a good solution for the customer, a cost-effective solution for the customer. But in the end, everybody also needs to think about the environmental standards. It's changed a lot in the industry, and that's our goal for the future.
I want to say thank you for the interview and wish you best of luck and see you next time.